Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Anya and today I'm going to be sharing with you a review and demo of Savvy Minerals makeup. A few months ago, I began my journey to switch and ditch all of my products that I'm currently using that have a high level of toxicity and contain a lot of synthetic chemicals. Part of those products include my makeup products. A month ago, when Savvy Minerals with Young Living had a 25% off sale, I actually took advantage and essentially replaced all of my makeup must-haves. Since then, it is the only thing that I've been using, and today I want to share with you a review on the things that I got. Spoiler alert, I love everything. Along with the review, I will be showing you a demo of everything that I mentioned today. The misting spray. This is a critical step. It truly does make a difference when you use it to prep your foundation brush for the mineral foundation. I typically spritz just 2 pumps, one on each side of the brush. More than that is too much, and less it's way too little. And yes, I have gone a little bit overboard, so I definitely have found that 2 spritz, one on each side of the brush, it's perfect. The mist is perfectly fine and it covers very well. It doesn't just go out at you like a stream, and it just covers the brush very nicely. Which leads me to believe that it would do a really good job as a setting spray or even as a prep spray before your makeup will apply. I don't actually have to do that step because I do moisturize before I apply my makeup. So I feel like my skin is already nice and ready for that makeup application directly. Picking a foundation shade online can be a little bit tricky, but I think I hit the nail on the head when I picked Warm 2 as my perfect shade. The coverage is great, the feel is very light, and it really does give me a very natural look and finish to the skin. I end up buffing it out all over my face, but I start off by the problem areas that I have the most redness in. And so I start off with my cheeks, and then I go in through my nose, I come down to my chins and my neck, and then I also cover, of course, my forehead. At the end, I also run whatever is left over through my eyelids to really prep the eyes for the eyeshadow that's coming next. Next, I'm going to be talking about the bronzer. The bronzer that I got is Crowned All Over, and it really is the perfect shade to give me the right amount of warmth. There is shimmer in it, but it's so finely milled that it completely blends into the powder, and when you put it on the skin, it doesn't look like glitter. It looks like a natural glow, which is really nice and very natural looking. I use it with a blush brush, and I typically do that to just outline the hollows of my cheeks and then also go down the jawline. I put it on both sides of my nose and then also along my temples and hairline. It really does offer me that extra oomph in dimension. I also use it as a universal transition shade on my eyelids because I find that it gives me a little bit more dimension and it deepens the look. The blush that I selected is in the shade I Do Believe You're Blushing, and I really, on this one, hit the nail on the head. In terms of the shade itself, it's the perfect pink for my complexion. It gives me just this very light flush of color, and it looks so natural, so classy, so effortless. Another thing that I love about this product is that I could use it not only on my cheeks, but I could also apply it as an eyeshadow, and it really does look so great. The light really picks it up well around the inner corners, so you don't even have to go in with a highlight to highlight your inner corners. I mean, I really do enjoy this shade a lot. Also, one of the most wonderful aspects of this product is that even on my eyelids, it does not crease. And this is something that I had been experiencing issues with all of my other eyeshadow makeup products before I started using Savvy Minerals. I would say maybe within 2 or 3 hours, my eyeshadow would start creasing and I would wear eyeshadow primers that really dried out my skin and made it very irritated. Well, with this, I definitely do not use any eyeshadow primer. I just go in with the powdered foundation at the beginning to give myself a nice clean base to work with. Then I apply either that shade of blush or the eyeshadow that I will be mentioning next, and the eyeshadows just do not budge. They do not crease. They look beautiful on the skin. They glide amazingly well, and I cannot say enough good things about them. So then I go with my Veil Diamond Dust, which is very shimmery, and it does serve as a really good highlight. Now you can go from all the way to glow from within, very subtle, very non-existent type of glow, to full-blown bam in your face, I am wearing a highlight and I look like a disco ball type of person with this product. It's really versatile, and I really have enjoyed it a lot. I actually use it to highlight my inner corners. I also use it to highlight on the tops of my cheekbones. I use it along the center of my face very lightly, and I also use it to highlight my brow bone. I really think that it gives me a really subtle glow from within type of look, which is the style that I like to go for. One time I did go a little bit overboard, and my husband did notice it when we stepped out into the natural sunlight, and yeah, I definitely knew from that point on, yeah, this powder, this product is powerful. You can't sleep on it. So I picked up the eyeshadow in the shade Inspired, and this color is kind of like a dusty lilac that I think would be really good for the winter months or maybe the fall months. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not too crazy. It's actually the most matte of all of the products that I have. I also picked up the MultiTasker in the shade Dark. This product really does hold true to its name because it is a multitasker. I typically use it to line my lower lash line. I also have used it in a light fluffy brush very lightly to deepen my outer corners and give me some more dimension. This might be better for like a nighttime look or a maybe going out to dinner type of fancy feel. I also use it to fill in my eyebrows, and the powder itself I have to be very careful with because it is the most pigmented powder that I have ever seen in my life. It's a really dark brown color, and so you can really go overboard very quickly. I usually apply a little bit to my brush and then go in right at the top of the arch of my eyebrows where I need the most color and fill in. And so I work my way down to the tail end of my brow, and then I work myself back to the center with anything that I have left on my brush. It is rare, very rare, that I would go back and dip in for more product. And this is definitely something that I feel is going to last me forever because really a little does go a very long way. The powder itself is really finely milled, super highly pigmented, and a really awesome quality product. I haven't actually used it as a winged eyeliner yet, but this is something definitely that I'm looking forward to making happen in the future. And I also picked up the mascara in the shade Black. This is what actually kicked off my whole shopping spree because I ran out of my old must-have mascara that I had been using for years, and I decided, you know what, let's go the clean, non-toxic route and get a mascara from Savvy Minerals. And then it just snowballed into all of the different things that I've just mentioned. So the formula itself is on the wet side, and I really do enjoy that because I feel like it coats my lashes really well from the one initial application. Now, if I do want to build it up more, I could go back to the same eye and just reapply and really give myself the extra volume and drama that I'm looking for that specific day. But from a day-to-day basis, I actually just coat my lashes once and move along, and it's perfectly fine. I actually use this mascara to coat both my top and bottom lashes, and one of the things that I've noticed that is much better than the product that I was using before is that it really doesn't smudge. And I've tested this out during days that I have had really bad allergies and I've spent a lot of time sneezing and blowing my nose, and at the end of the day with my old mascara I would have definitely looked like a raccoon. Not with this one. This one holds up really well with all of that. I've actually cried wearing it. I went to a wedding a couple of weeks ago and my emotions, my hormones, I don't know, everything got the best of me, and while the couple was actually dancing their first dance, I completely bawled. I was holding on to my husband for dear life, and at the end of all of that, I just simply wiped my tears off and my face looked completely normal. I was very surprised. Now don't get me wrong, if you do go into your eyes, like let's say if you forget that you're wearing makeup and you just, you know, rub your eyes, it will get all over the place. So not looking like a crazy person after you've bawled your eyes out in the middle of a wedding, I think that's a win. Actually, you might be looking like a crazy person just because you're crying, but. So the last 3 items that I'm going to mention are all lipsticks, and 2 of them are actually from the same line, same formula. One is called It Girl and the other one is called I Dare You. These lipsticks are a little bit intimidating on the tube because they look on the shimmery side and they look kind of pearly. But when you transfer them over to your lips, they actually give you a lot more of that shine that comes along with being shimmery and not so much shimmer itself, which I think it's wonderful. The shade that I picked in that I Dare You color, which is a little bit more peachy orange, goes really well with my skin tone, and I'm able to use that lipstick with a bunch of different looks. I really do enjoy it a lot. And then the other shade, which is the It Girl, is so versatile because it really does give me the my lips but better type of look, without that sticky feeling of a gloss, but definitely the shine and the plumpness that you usually get from a gloss. I actually didn't pick up a gloss in this haul, and I also don't plan on doing it just because I really dislike the gloss feel of every gloss that I have ever tried. That stickiness, it really does bother me. So I try to stay away from all of that altogether. However, I might be getting curious and I might try it in the future. The last lipstick that I picked up was in the shade Icon, and this is a different type of formula. It's a little bit more opaque, and I went for it specifically because of that. It's not red, it's not pink, it's somewhere in between. It's like a deep and dark mauve color, and it really is very forgiving as well. The last 2 lipsticks that I mentioned, you don't even have to use a mirror for them. This lipstick in Icon, even though it's a dark lipstick, I don't know if it's because I really know my lips very well, but I have actually applied it without using a mirror as well, and it's looked perfect. This shade gives me just the right statement that I was going for. It gives me that color, but it still maintains that comfort. It is creamy, it's soft, yet it really does pack a punch with pigment and stain power. It does transfer, but I really do find that it wears off throughout the day very gracefully. Opacity and comfort coexist in this shade. This is the color that I will be reaching for if I need something a little bit more dark and something that makes a bigger and larger and louder statement. Overall, my experience with the Savvy Mineral makeup products have been absolutely phenomenal, and I look forward to continuing to use them and enjoy them. Also, I plan on eventually getting some more and enjoying those as well. What about you? Are you currently using any non-toxic clean ingredient makeup products that you would like to recommend? Leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. Give this video a like, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!